Alright, I'm ready. Let's go. Don't want him to explode in my face. Ah, that's dumb. Okay. And game over. Cool. At least it was right at the beginning. Not too bad. It's, you know, a little dumb, a little obnoxious, but whatever. I think I just want to jet over this tiny gap here. Because I don't trust myself with those spikes. I can't guarantee that I would make it. At least that was free because of the water. Like, it didn't actually have to fall in the right spot. Fine, whatever. I don't care. Nope. Okay. We were doing well. We got close. We're back at the beginning. Alright. Whatever. Whatever, game. Like, again, I think I'm just gonna use Rush here, because why not? It seems safer. Really not doing well on lives, though, now, are we? No, we are not. Just screwing him. Stupid spike thing. Okay. Good. Good. Just gonna ignore him if I can. It's a safer bet, is just run past him. He gave me a life, though. That was quite nice of him. So now we're back to where we would have been with the game over. Which is really good. Okay, so there's the end of the water. Now I know. Oh, they changed it up. Now it's the tiny ones. Okay. There we go. He's down. I want that. Yes, okay. Those were both really good things. Okay, good. Thank you. No, mouse! Dead mouse. Alright. Ow! Okay, I don't like that you're just there. He's probably guarding, like, a secret way up there. Which is dumb. Like, it did look like that was almost a door or something, you know? Where it would have led, I don't know. Never mind, we're gonna stone him. Sucks we can only hit him with 2 each time. End up being a waste of some of this power, but I don't really use this power for much else anyway. Okay. Jet, I don't have another choice. Okay, thank you. Anything to the left? No. At least nothing that I can access from this side. I'm leaving you. Actually, here, if I can kill you, I will. Maybe you'll drop some. Nope, you won't drop anything. Okay. Hey! How about you, Napalm? You want to be good for something? You're not gonna be good for this dude, are you? Are you? What? I'm sorry. So we can only hit him when the flap opens, and only when the flap opens and we're on a platform that is high enough. And he decides that. Like, and he floats around, and he hits us with his body, because, you know, he's an enemy in Mega Man. Like, this can't be his weakness, right? Like, that's just, it would be too mean. Okay, I'm gonna say it's this one. Wait, was I able to hit him at, like, outside the flat? Maybe a little bit. We're E-tanking. I don't want to do it again. Definitely not. Alright, gyro. So you do have to get in the slots. It's just kind of, it seemed weird as to the hitbox kind of whatever for it. Okay. Glad he's done with. We have the next dot, and then the skull, and then again, probably at least one more skull. Which maybe won't be a level, maybe it'll just be another boss. But we do have, there's gotta be more after the skull. I just don't trust the game not to do that. First, let's grab this. Thank you. I have 1 M. It's weird that, like, I would think more would have come up. We've only found, or at least I've only found that one. Okay, sorry, what was I saying? Boss rush, perfect. I mean, at least we're at the boss rush now. That means we're basically at the final boss, right? What was I saying? Probably nothing important. I'm just gonna go. Oh, M-Tanks. I only found that one. Ever. Oh, it's Gravity Man. Oh, balls. What's good against you? What's good against you? Is it napalm? It's not napalm. I actually managed to hit him, though. I'm surprised by that. What would yours... No, stone was not it. That's what I actually had when I first fought you. It's Star. Ah, now who's afraid to run into whom? Well, I'm still afraid to run into you, but... Ha, you're dead and I'm not. Alright. Got that. I don't know what could be next. We'll just switch to Buster. I don't remember at all what yours was, dude. I'm sorry. Is it Crystal? It's not Crystal. Is it Gyro? It's not Gyro. Is it Napalm? Of course it's not Napalm. Were you Kick? You were Kick. Okay, he's down. I think we got health and then we teleported out, so at least there's that. Okay, you. I didn't have anything for you, and you were pretty easy anyway. Napalm! Napalm's probably good against you. Napalm does nothing against you. Okay, wave. Stone and water, right? Nope. Okay, wasted all that ability for it, but nope. Are you weak against yourself? No. Fine, I'll just Mega Buster you. Seems to be the best thing I can do right now. Why did I slide? Why did I try that? It just takes so long. Does he have a weakness? I don't know. I know you guys can't answer me in real time, and I'm sure that a billion people will by the time, like, I ask, or will tell me, but I just don't know right now. Did I forget to check a power? I mean, I know I didn't check, like, Crash Kick, and I guess he could have a shared weakness kind of thing. Okay. He's finally down, though. We got the health. We teleport out. All swoop-a-whoop kind of thing. Here. Okay, you were Star. I don't remember. Gyro. No. I feel like it was water. I'm gonna do water. I think it was. We are taking a lot of damage though. I'm gonna heal. Okay, cool. Maybe I didn't need to heal. Seeing as I didn't take any damage at the end of that, but whoops. Better safe than sorry, I guess, kind of thing. Crystal. I don't think I had anything for you at the time. So it's probably napalm. It's not napalm. It'll never be napalm. It wasn't stone, that was the train dudes. Which I'm not looking forward to fighting him. I think it's this. Oh, shoot. Come on. This has a different projectile speed. I'm not used to it. Okay. Next up, we have... you, Napalm Dude. Crystal? Yeah! Okay, he's down. Grab this health, because we desperately need it at that point. Moving up here. Choo-choo, cool. So that was rock. Or stone, whatever. I'm rock. Ow! He's gonna kill me with his body if I, like, unfreeze this. So I have to E-tank. Yeah, see? He just hit the E-tank! It's so hard to, like, navigate the bloody menu sometimes. Okay, just one more. Right? Was I wrong? Okay. He's down. We're almost full health. One more. One more to go. Just fall. Okay. And your gravity. I know your gravity. Okay. Oh, good. He's the easiest when you have his weakness. Okay, cool. Oh, hopefully I still have whatever Wily's weakness is. I probably don't, considering I have, like, no powers, but... what are you doing, dude? It's not napalm, is it? I don't know. I was really hoping that if I got him in the middle, the spikes would hurt him. But no. Alright, so this is my best bet, I think. It's just waiting here by the middle. With a charged shot. Okay, come on. Don't mess this up. Come on. No! He did it early! I was not prepared! I don't trust my speed here. I think he's gonna land on me. Oh, I was able to dodge it. Barely. Okay, one more of those. There's probably a second phase anyway. Or he just gets away. So not a second phase in this fight. So the E-Tank was a little wasted, but better safe than sorry. I still have 4-ish around there. Yes, skull complete. Next skull, I assume? Oh no, that we are at the skull now. Okay. But hey, look at that. We actually managed to beat, with, you know, using E-Tanks, of course. We managed to beat the whole boss rush and the Wily fight that followed it without losing. Yeah. Wow, though, I'm completely out of powers. Again, that's an exaggeration, I'm aware. The way this lags sometimes can be so frustrating. It's like, come on, I'm about to die if you don't... Whatever. What am I gonna... Okay, I'm fine. Cool. But if we have, like, the final Wily fight coming up, we need a little, like, hallway where we can gather all of our powers. What is this? Then you must just have a generic weakness, because otherwise... Otherwise, there's not much I can tell you. Oh, okay, that... Whoa! What? You can't do that. That's so mean, though. That's so mean of you, Wily. Alright, how many lives? I need to check. I'll keep going. Like, I won't force a death, you know. These are really annoying to fight. I'm leaving you. I have no health. Cool. So I actually have to fight this one. No, there... now I'll just take a death. I'll take a death. We'll get 2 lives and all of our powers back. So, murder me! Cool. Then we start over at the castle, but we're good. We're better off. Which is weird, because we died, we're better off. But wait, you know, that's how it is. Okay, I didn't move back far enough, that's good. So he didn't respawn, I was afraid of that. And I guess, like, I was talking about, like, spamming so I could get resources and stuff. I guess that's what the cannon up there is for. It would at least serve that purpose. Alright. Do I want to actually see if anything is his weakness on this part? It would be smart to. I mean, I do have, like, all my stuff again, so... How about the arrow? How much did that do? Actually, yeah. That's pretty good. I'll go with it. You have second phase here? You do. Am I gonna die in one hit, though? I don't know. I should heal, because I don't know how much damage or whatever he does. Beat! Let's try this! Get him, bird! Alright. Where is he? Where's he gonna be? Yeah! Yeah! You showed him! Alright, Beat. Ow. I forget that they go inward after that. And I don't remember if I can survive another hit, so we're E-tanking already. You missed, man. It's okay, you'll get him next time, I know you will. Oh, is he there? Thank you for immediately targeting him. Okay, so whenever he sends out the purple things, or the pink things, whatever. Ow. I just need to run, and then I can move back in. All the E-tanks. I think this is the final fight, so I am fine with using them. Again, healing is what they're for. Bosses especially. Now, if there is another fight after this, I am going to feel silly. And cheated a little bit. But, for now, this seems like the smartest thing to do. I've already used, like, all these resources. I want to make sure that he dies. You gonna grovel? Grovel! No, no, don't run away. Also, Mega Man, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be really fast. I got an achievement, though. Proto Man's trap? Okay. He led me to Dr. Light. That's cool. Oh, no! Oh, don't worry. I got you guys. Okay, if you could do something, though. This is really heavy. Did he hold that up too? What? Why did it stop? Why'd he have to stop holding it though? I understand if Proto Man helped, but as you can see in bottom right. But he just leaves. Okay, well, there we go. Alright, so first I want to point out that before playing this, I did look up on how long to beat. It's a nice website. How long people took on average to beat this game, and on average they took about 3 hours. I've been playing for 3 hours and 45 minutes, so I had more trouble with this than the average person, unfortunately, but oh well, what do you do? Yeah, I just had a lot of difficulty with a lot of things. The bosses, typically not so much. Some of them I definitely have gripes, but like Charge Man, I think is the name, Choo Choo, you know? I definitely have issues with him. Gravity Man was definitely frustrating, but I knew that I could do it, you know? And so that's kind of what made it frustrating for him in particular, just because I knew that I could do it. It shouldn't be that hard. Like, why was it seeming so hard for me? That kind of thing. Yeah. Overall, just to give like a brief overall thing about this game, I think that it is one of the best Mega Man games, but in some regards also one of the worst. I think it's one of the best in that it really was, I feel, innovative in a lot of ways. I think that it added, you know, a lot of different kinds of, at least it, like, changed up the pace from the other Mega Man games, you know? Because it added new segments, like the kind of bike segment when you're on the water. I say bike again as, like, a water ski thing. But that segment was cool. Like the bubble thing where I had to ride one and then, like, hop onto other bubbles. You know, not necessarily unique, I suppose, but the way that they kind of presented it was different. And while it was a bit of a dick move, how, like, I had no idea what was happening, I followed it up and I almost died to spikes, I had to give credit where it was due. Like, I thought the part was pretty cool overall. I hated whatever level started with the jungle that had the cats. I hated that. Like, that part was ridiculous. The way that it had those instant death things afterward in that tunnel, that was ridiculous. A lot of the levels still had all of those, you know, it was just platforming bits where there are, like, spikes or a gap or whatever beneath you, and things are just, it's basically just a matter of, like, hope you don't get knocked into it, you know? Like, where the, Crystal Man's level, that was another case. Like, the way the crystals fell, complete bullcrap in my opinion, because it didn't seem to be part of any sort of pattern. Maybe there was a pattern and maybe I missed it, but I tried paying attention and there didn't seem to be. And so I died a lot to that because I would try to jump because I'm like, well, one pass, so I'll try, but then it would I'd just fall, you know? And that was really frustrating. Having Star Crash, that really helped with that part when I went back through it to get the last letter for beat. Or the second to last, I guess. That was when I was getting the V, I believe. But aside from that, all I could do was jump immediately after one fell and hope that I would get past, you know, the gap without another one appearing. So, Yeah. Like, I don't know, I feel like there aren't a ton more to say just because it, you know, in other regards, it was like the other Mega Man games. I'm glad there's only one, you know, disappearing, reappearing block puzzle, and I'm glad I was able to cheese it with the rush abilities. Oh, I will talk about the rush abilities really quickly, just briefly. They didn't do anything more to nerf the jet, to my knowledge, but I'm still sad that they nerfed it to begin with. Parts of the levels could have been a lot easier with the rush jet, sure, so I assume that they nerfed it so that you couldn't use the jet to just skip things and you had to actually play the level. But maybe that's more of a sign that you should make more fun level designs than you should take away a power that was legitimately fun to use, you know? Because that's what they did, in my opinion. They took away rush jet, which I liked using, and instead, now we have to, like, traverse over these perilous, like, bullcrap segments that, you know, oftentimes, like, yeah, if I could use a jet, I'd just rather do that because those parts of levels aren't fun. You know, they cheat in many regards, in my opinion. And so I think it was dumb still that they haven't fixed rush jet. They haven't brought it back to where it was. Because if that was their reasoning, again, you know, making you play through the levels, have better levels then. And then with the rush coil, like, yeah, they just ruined that. Obviously, it helped me in some places, but it helped me in those places because the places, like, you had to use it. That or rush jet, basically. But with the way that they made rush jet perpetually moving forward, you sometimes couldn't because there wasn't enough, like, horizontal room, you know, to gain vertical height. I guess height is always vertical. Anyway, and that rush coil, though, like, the way that it was just broken sometimes, like, it took me a while to figure out how to actually use it because it wasn't working. Like, mechanically, it just wasn't working properly. It was dumb. And then, you know, that kind of thing came up later on, too, where I would, like, be desperately trying to jump on it because it was the only way that I could save myself at that point. I could have, the part I'm thinking about, there was, like, floor, and then a lot of spikes, and then, like, this wall with one little bit of platform, and the wall went higher. I landed on the little platform, so I had, like, one block of space, you know? And I couldn't get coil to work. The thing I could have done, I suppose, is use rush jet to get back to the left onto that ground, and then use rush jet to get over, which is what I kind of ended up doing. But I think it's dumb that, one, it would trap you there, basically, and two, that coil couldn't work like that. Even if I managed to, like, jump off the platform, turn around, put coil down, and then land back on the platform, I wasn't able to get past it because coil itself was broken mechanically. Like, that's just stupid. I think that, for a positive, another positive, because I already gave positives again, like, I thought that a lot of the, you know, a number of the things they did were really innovative and clever. I liked the water ski segment, I liked the bubble segment overall, that kind of thing was pretty cool. And they have, like, the new moving block platform thing, which I was really frustrated with at the time, but I'll say that it's still I think it's a neat obstacle. But Star Crash, that power, was actually good. Like, it was a shield ability that actually seemed to shield me. I used it multiple times, and it made that, again, that part in Crystal Man's level way easier. It saved my life from, like, a swarm of enemies at times, when sometimes I just can't aim at them because they're everywhere or they're beneath me or whatever. That helped. So, well done, you know, Mega Man developers from the past. You did a good job of finally making, like, a viable, there we go, shield power, so that was good. I was gonna say none of the powers really seemed to be worthless, except, honestly, which surprises me, Napalm Bomb. That ended up being, like, the most worthless power that I had. I could have used it at some times against enemies, I'm sure, but, like, the way that it only blew up over time, or if it hit something, oftentimes just made it so, like, I couldn't use it. There probably were cases where I could have used its arc to my advantage, but those times did not occur to me clearly enough, so I didn't. And he didn't seem to be the weakness for, like, anyone, so I don't know. Again, I do think that some of the checkpoints are dumb in this. I feel like you shouldn't have to redo the entire level, even if it's a pretty short level. Like, give me checkpoints. This typically only happens at the end with, like, the, you know, the Proto Man Fortress bosses or the Wily Fortress bosses kind of thing. But if you die at the boss, you're back at the beginning of the level. That's stupid. Like, I already beat the level. Don't make me, like, don't pad out the game by making me go through it just because I died at the boss. I'm supposed to die at the boss, right? Like, that's why it's a boss. That's how I feel. I'm totally fine if they want to start me, like, just outside the boss door with a dude that I can grind powers against, you know? Or, hell, lives or something. But don't make me go through the entire level just because I died at something that's supposed to be difficult, you know? I don't know. Also, I'm gonna complain again. I understand it's a video game trope that's used in, like, every video game series, basically, but the fact that most enemies are, like, most powerful when they touch you compared to when they use their actual, like, bullets or powers, that's really frustrating. When, like, Choo Choo Man, Charge Man, when he charged me, I guess, you know, and hit me, and then he was able to remain inside of me and, like, match my speed, so every time my invincibility frames wore off, he would just immediately hit me again. That sucked. You know, those giant purple or green dudes or whatever, like, because they switched colors, that would jump around, and, like, if they were above you, they could, like, propel themselves down with propulsions or whatever. Propel with propulsions, that's right. Like, I got stuck inside of them before, like, between their legs, where I actually couldn't move, and they, you know, they just killed me upon my invincibility frames wearing off. Like, that kind of thing. Really stupid. It really sucks. It's very punishing. And I do not like it, you know? Like, it's one thing that enemies can just linger inside of your hitbox like that and wait for the invincibility frames to wear off. Like, that's bad enough, but when the enemies are fast enough to keep up with you, so even if you're actively trying to get away from that situation, like, you're aware that it's bad that you're on top of them and you're trying to move, when they can match your speed and just make it so you can't get away, that really sucks. Like with Charge Man, the only reason I was able to get away sometimes when that happened was because he would then stand still to use his projectile move, which would often mean I run out from being inside of him, and I would get hit by whatever stones he's summoning or whatever, you know? Like, it was kind of garbage, so, yeah. Definitely had a lot of difficulty with some things in this, but, you know, it was easier in a lot of regards, too. Like the boss rush, I only had to go through that once compared to the multiple times I had to try in Mega Man 4. The Wily fight, I was able to figure those out pretty quickly, you know? Not the first time, but without a game over, you know? That's something. Or at least, I think I got a game over on the second one, but like I did the boss rush and then I did the Wily fight without a game over there. So I didn't have to redo that stuff. But, yeah. So, like, I was pretty satisfied with that, because a big thing for me is, like, yeah, the game is really hard at parts, but make it rewarding. Don't make it punishing, you know? That's my thing. Like, yeah, it's really hard, but I was able to get through it. I beat the boss and I was able to make progress. That's awesome, you know? Because then you feel like you have to work for it, and then, you know, the work pays off. But, you know, like in Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 3, it often felt like it was really hard, and I worked really hard for my progress, and I made it to the boss, and then I died, and it's like, well, cool, I guess I'll start over. There were plenty of times in this where I had that kind of reaction where it's like, awesome, glad that happened. You know, now I have to go through the entire level, get back to this point where I'll probably just die again and have to redo it. But not as often as the previous two games. This one was a little more rewarding, at least at parts, than the previous two games. So for that reason, for the aforementioned innovation, that kind of thing, I do think this is one of the better Mega Man games. Like, if I had to rank them, I think it would probably be 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. I think that's how I would rank them so far. As far as, like, best to worst. Yeah, I think so. Again, I'm sure, like, a lot of my frustration today is probably because I'm tired. Again, I don't know, I can't say that I was in a good mood or a bad mood when I started this, because, again, I basically woke up, I ate food, and then I did this, so... So there wasn't a lot of time to really gauge how my day was. But, yeah. So just in case that affects anyone's opinions, if I'm like, oh, okay, that makes me not hate him as much for saying these things. Cool, you know. But, yeah. Alright, so again, this is Mega Man 5. I just completed it. Because, yeah, Mega Man 6 is the next and final Mega Man game in the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1, which has been all of this so far, you know, 1 through 6. But I recently did actually acquire Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. It was on sale, I think, around the time I beat Mega Man 3. So I picked it up from Steam. So if you guys would like to see me play Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, again, I know I have Mega Man 6 in the way, but just so I have time to, like, plan some things out, please do let me know in the comments, you know, whether or not you actually want to see more Mega Man. That really does make a difference as far as whether or not I will do Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, at least, like, immediately afterward. Which, again, Legacy 2, I believe, has Mega Man 7 through 10. I could be wrong. But that's as far as I recall. So, yes, please do let me know those things in the comments below, and about this series, you know, whether you liked it, whether you disliked it, what you thought about this or that, etc., so on and so forth. Let me know your thoughts on the bosses, on the maps, on the enemies. Again, the cats, I hated them. A lot of the spikes and the pits and the jumping and the shooting. You know, a lot of those things were frustrating, but I guess that's kind of what makes Mega Man, right? So, anyway, thank you guys again, and with that, we're calling it here. Cue outro, go!